Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you may be in the world. Thank you for joining me for another edition of the Truth Conductor Show. Saturday in Proverbs is what we're going to do. Oh, man, my page is now monetized. I got super chat. I got all that other stuff, man. I finally got my page monetized. Um, I'm still waiting for them to give me the ability to be able to monetize my videos, all the videos that I have, because I got a joker that's going through all my shit. So I might as well get paid, let him make some money off him going through my videos. But anyway, Proverbs is the one book in the Bible that has a chapter for every day of the month. There are 31 chapters in Proverbs and 31 days in the month. And when you have a month that don't have 31 days, just keep reading until you catch up. That's how you do. And the reason I like Proverbs is because Proverbs will show you how to live today, not you don't have to think back 2,000 years or none of that. But I see this dollar sign up here. I see this thing, boy. I told y'all, man, I'm monetized now. My page is monetized now. It's monetized. You know, it sure is. I see. What's that? What's this star here? Let me see what. Let me push on it. Let's see how we do that. Anyway, I'm monetized now, so uh, that's good. So anyway, um, so today is the 17th of May. So we'll start with the 17th chapter of Proverbs. Okay, and like I said, Proverbs will show you how to live today, how to deal with people today. Will show you your family, your friends, your enemies, your coworkers. This is you'll see them in Proverbs. If you really honestly start reading it, you'll see everybody that's in your life. You'll see them in this book. Okay, all right. And I got the Message Bible and the New King James Version. Okay, what's going on, Demetrius? How you doing? Thank you for joining me. You're the first one up in here. Um, so that's what this is all about. Let me see, Demetrius, how you doing? Let me see who you are. Let me check you out. Let me check you. Amen. What's going on? Thank you for joining me. Yeah, let me check y'all out. See, okay, I'll let you go this time, Demetrius. I'll let you get by this time. All right. Um, Cause I got some serious. I'm telling you, I got a serious troll, boy. Uh, I really got a say, and this might be him right here. This might be him. Let me see if this him. Yep. I told y'all. I told y'all. I got him. I got him. I got him already before I can even get up in here. Uh, before I can even get up in here. So let me just get him out of here right now. Cause he gonna go make another channel and come back. Go. Let me see what we got here. Okay. Yep. We gone. You gone. Uh, who is this here? Hey man, boy, I tell you, the freaks out this morning. The freaks out this morning. Good God Almighty, boy, y'all out this morning. I'm serious. He out this morning. Yes, you did. Anyway, uh, oh boy, I'm telling you, man. Yeah, it's another lame, and you must be lame to be up in here watching it. It's just that simple. But anyway, uh, thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Tanya. Boy, I see. I got my got my hawk up in here now. I ain't got to be moving. So anyway, um, today is the 17th. So why not? Let's just get started on the 17th chapter of Proverbs. Father, thank you for another day around your word. Speak through my mind, speak through my heart, speak through my lips, that I may precisely articulate this word to pierce the hearing, the vision, and the hearts of your children, so that we may live the righteous lifestyle that you have ordained for us to live. Uh, Yeah, it is. It is. That's why I call myself the truth conductor, because I look like one. And and it's interesting that um when it comes to uh uh that Reese Cots or whoever that is, that's another one. I got my administrator up in here now, buddy. Yeah, that's another one. That Reese Cots, talking about, yeah. Thank you, Tanya. Yeah, go make another one. See that goes to show you, boy. That's how busy people are. That they so busy putting negative man. See, I'm tell y'all, I'm monetized, y'all. My page monetized. My page is now monetized. Okay? And you're gonna start seeing me more often. I've been waiting to get my other videos monetized. I will. I'm starting finna pick up YouTube, because now I can make some money off you. All right. Verse 1. A meal of bread and water in contented peace is better than a banquet spice with quarrels. Listen to this. Um, a meal of bread and water in contented peace is better than a banquet spiced with quarrels. In the New King James Version, it says, better is a dry morsel with quietness than a house full of feasting with strife. Okay? All right. Verse 2. Wise takes charge of an unruly child and is honored as one of the family. Okay? Listen, a wise servant takes charge over an unruly child and is honored as one of the family. In the New King James Version, it says, a wise servant will rule over a son who causes shame and will share an inheritance among the brethren. Okay? So, in other words, that parent will be the buffer for whatever embarrassment that child has caused for the family. Okay? That parent is now the buffer, okay, for the embarrassment. And see, when you become a buffer, you're like a protector. See, and you want to talk about having some challenging times, and that is loving a child that has been unruly and disrespectful. Okay? That's when the rubber meets the road. I'm telling you, that's when the rubber meets the road. Verse 3, as silver in a crucible and gold in a pan, so our lives are saved by God. In the New King James Version, it says, the refining pot is for silver and the furnace for gold, but the Lord tests the hearts. And that's what God wanna know, really, what's in your heart. What's in your heart? You know, you can see the easiest thing in the world to do is sit down and throw stones and talk about people. That's the easiest thing in the world to do. You know, to sit down and see what you disagree with a person on. But what about what you sit down and say, man, let me sit down and honestly see what I agree with this person on. That's it. Try it sometime. Verse 4. Evil people relish malicious conversation. The ears of liars itch for dirty gossip. The evil people relish malicious conversation. The ears of liars itch for dirty gossip. Case in point, here's a good point of that. Look at the Diddy trial. all of the freaks are watching Diddy trial, man. That's a bunch of mess. That's just, you know, see. Let me read that again. Wait a minute. Here's the New King James Version. An evildoer gives heed to false lips. A liar listens eagerly to a spiteful tongue. Okay? Okay. Let's see here. Before I get in the mood of answering questions, let me see who you are. Let me go and see who you are. Okay, yeah, I answer. What's your question? Yeah, what's your question? What's your question? What's your question? Oh, guess you don't have one. Okay. Verse 5. Whoever mocks poor people insults their creator. Gloating over misfortune is a punishable crime. Um, this person says, I genuinely wonder why anyone should care about what the Bible says. Well, that's your choice. How you live your life, man. At the end of the day, when you close your eyes, ain't gonna have no impact on me. How I live my life at the end of the day, when I close my eyes for the final time, ain't gonna have no impact on you. So what a person chooses to believe and what they want to follow is up to them. Because at the end of the day, they got to deal with that, man. Not you. Not you. If you don't want to believe in it, don't believe in it. It's just that simple. Well, well, the question is, but why do you care about what it says? Because it's the word of God. That's why. You gotta have some kind of foundation. Well, see, okay, I don't know I don't know what kind of trip this is you on, you know, because you never found a good reason to believe in God. Why bash anybody else? A matter of fact, see, here's the contradiction. If you ain't never found a reason to believe, why you up in here? Why you come up in here? Why not go and do your own life? Since you don't believe you found a good reason, you could do. Why don't you go live and tell folk why you haven't found a good reason to believe in God? Why you up in here? You ain't got to be up in here. Ain't nobody. Well, first of all, if you're gonna believe true things, man, you have to sometimes keep your mouth closed to see what's being said. But see, with you coming in with your interruptions and all this other stuff, you miss out. That's why it's good sometimes to keep your mouth closed. You see, and then once you get the stuff, okay. But I thought you didn't believe in the Bible. Now you quoting scriptures. You come up in here quoting scriptures, but you don't believe in the Bible. Man, get the fuck up out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Okay? Just get out. Yeah, get out. Get out. You know? You out too. Okay? All right, let's get back. Let's get back to verse 6. Old people are distinguished by grandchildren. Children take pride in their parents. Okay? In the New King James Version, it says, children's children are the crown of old men, and the glory of children is their father. Okay? Verse 7. We don't expect eloquence from fools, nor do we expect lies from our leaders. Listen, we don't expect eloquence from fools, nor do we expect lies from our leaders. In the New King James Version, it says, excellent speech is not becoming to a fool, much less lying lips to a prince. Okay? Oh no, that's all. It's good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, verse 8. Receiving a gift is like getting a rare gemstone. Any way you look at it, you see beauty refracted. Man, let me look up that word refracted. Let me look that word up for you. Refracted. Refracted. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Let's see what let's see what In the New King James Version, it says, a present is a precious stone in the eyes of its possessor. Wherever he turns, he prospers. A present is a precious stone in the eyes of its possessor. Um, Here's a case in point. Look at that plane that Qatar gave Trump. Okay, see, ain't nothing. Y'all listen, ain't nothing for free. Let's first of all, let's establish that there is nothing free in the world. Okay, Elon Musk is not doing nothing for free. Okay, Qatar didn't give Trump their airplane for free. There, and knowing that he is a transactional person. And funny that Elon Musk now, all of the investigations into his companies have been dropped. You know, you talking about he doing all this work for free, but all of the investigation into his companies is gone. See, that's the transaction. You drop all of this on me, I'll help you. And that's what and this is what DC is a transactional town. For real, for real. Okay. If you really want to look at it, it's a transactional town. That's what they call the swamp. Verse 9. Over in the New King James Version, it says, he who covers a transgression seeks love, but he who repeats a matter separates friends. Now, this is not saying let nobody walk all over you. Okay? That's not what the Bible is saying. All right? But it says that sometimes some of the stuff that you see wrong, you have to pick and choose what you're going to look over, what you're going to let go by, what you're going to chalk up as, okay, that one's on me. All right? Verse 10. A quiet rebuke to a person of good sense does more than a whack on the head of a fool. Listen, a quiet rebuke to a person of good sense does more than a whack on the head of a fool. In the New King James Version, it says, rebuke is more effective for a wise man than 100 blows on a fool. And see, when you get stuck in your foolishness, man, you know, you're doomed. And it's just that, and see, the fool is that person that knows everything. You can't tell them nothing. Okay? That's the fool, the one that knows everything and ain't got the answers to nothing, but they think they do. Verse 11, criminals out looking for nothing but trouble won't have to wait long. They'll meet it coming and going. In the New King James Version, it says, an evil man seeks only rebellion. Therefore, a cruel messenger will be sent against him. You know, and see, that's why it ain't good to be out here trying to get revenge. See, this an evil man seeks only rebellion. That's getting even. That matter of fact, let me, and it's in Proverbs. This is why you got to be careful. It's in Proverbs. Hey, here we go. Listen to this. Listen to this. He who sows, this is Proverbs 22, chapter 8, verse 8. He who sows iniquity will reap sorrow, and the rod of his anger will fail. He who sows iniquity will reap sorrow, and the rod of his anger will fail. Well, what is iniquity? Let's look up that word. Iniquity. Immorally or grossly unfair behavior. Immoral or grossly unfair behavior, deception, negativity. Okay? So listen. He who sows negativity will reap sorrow, and the rod of his anger will fail. You know, all this getting even and digging ditches for people. You the rod of your anger gonna fail you. It's gonna that stuff ain't gonna you're gonna come to a point of, why am I been wasting my time with this? You know, like all of these people that's coming up in here trolling, you ain't got nothing else better to do than to get on social media and waste your time and troll people? That's the only energy you can put into the universe? And you're wondering why your life ain't working. Mine is still working. May not be working the way you think it should, but it's still working. Verse 12. Better to meet a grizzly robbed of her cubs than a fool hell-bent on folly. In the New King James Version, it says, let a man meet a bear robbed of her cubs rather than a fool in his folly. And the last thing you want to meet is a bear. Get around a bear's cubs. That's the last thing you want to do. You want to talk about a fight on your hand? And it's saying it's better that you run into a bear robbed of her cubs than meet a fool in his folly. That's his stupidity. Okay? Get away from that. Leave that. Verse 13. Those who return evil for good will meet their own evil returning. What goes around comes around. Those who return evil for good will meet their own evil returning. In the New King James Version, it says, whoever rewards evil for good, evil will not depart from their house. Okay? All right? And some of y'all done ran into that. Verse 14. The start of a quarrel is like a leak in a dam. So stop it before it bursts. And in New King James Version, it says the beginning of strife is like releasing water. Therefore, stop contention before a quarrel starts. Verse 15. Whitewashing bad people and throwing mud on good people are equally abhorrent to God. Whitewashing bad people and throwing mud on good people are equally abhorrent to God. In the New King James Version, it says, he who justifies the wicked and he who condemns the just, both of them are like an abomination to the Lord. And you can see some of that today. Because right is wrong, wrong is right. Okay? You know, I mean, black men don't want to be fathers. But when you do have black men trying to be fathers like Deion Sanders and LeBron James, you got a problem with it. See, you don't, but yet you take somebody like Kanye West or what's the boy with all them 12 children? You idolize them. You know, they out here doing stupid stuff. See, the ones doing the stupid stuff are the ones that's getting the recognition and getting the fame and fortune. But the one that's out here trying to do it the right way is the one being stepped on. Verse 16. What's this? Fools out shopping for wisdom? They wouldn't recognize it if they saw it. Okay? In the New King James Version, why is there in the hand of a fool to purchase the price of wisdom, since he has no heart for it? See, and because wisdom is powerful, man. Wisdom and understanding is very powerful, especially when you have it in your hand to use. It's very powerful. Verse 17. Friends love through all kinds of weather, and families stick together in all kinds of trouble. Wow, this is what we need. This is where we are right now. In the New King James Version, it says, a friend love at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. I had this guy, this white guy yesterday, was talking to me, and he said, I spent 35 years with a woman that basically just tore me down as a man. There was nothing that I could do right. There was, it was always confusion. It was always some chaos. And finally, I just, had enough. And I said, you know what she showed you? She actually helped you. Because she showed you 35 years is a long time to be in a situation with somebody and you ain't happy. Man, that's some love in your heart. You got to truly love a person to stick with them through all of their crap. And this is what this saying, a friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. And see, a lot of people want to pretend that they don't understand that. They'll pretend that they don't understand that. And see, and you can find out who a person is by how they stick around you. Verse 18. It's stupid to try to get something for nothing or run up huge bills you can never repay. Verse 18, in the New King James Version, it says, a man devoid of understanding shakes hands in a pledge and becomes surety for his friends. That's co-signing. That's co-signing. That's exactly what, when you become surety for a friend, you just co-sign. And it's saying, why keep co-signing for people with some stuff that you can't pay? Because eventually, whoever you co-sign for is going to end up messing that bill up. Because the responsibility ain't going to fall on them. It's going to fall on you. So they ain't worried about it. Verse 19. The person who courts sin marries trouble. Build a wall, invite a burglar. The person who courts sins marry trouble. Build a wall, invite a burglar. So what it's saying is if you want to go and put this big old fence around your house, it's gonna make people wonder what they got in there. What's in there that you gotta do all this. So man, listen. When I was a street vendor, the worse I looked, the more money I had in my pocket. The worse I looked, the more money I had on me. Because I know people went by appearances. And if I look like I ain't have nothing going on, I can walk through. People ain't gonna be, oh, he broke, man. Look at that nigga. Look at him. He broke. And I'm faking y'all out. Okay? I'm faking you out. Verse 20. A bad motive can't achieve a good end. Double talk brings you double trouble. A bad motive can't achieve a good end. See, that's telling you right now, you can't come out and fake good when you got a bad motive in your heart. And even if you succeed, you'll destroy yourself. The deception, you'll destroy yourself with the deception. And that's what people don't realize. You get out here, man, talking this so okie doke, but you can come out here and think you fooling people all you want, but you're not. You're not. And what people fail to realize, see, anybody can quit. Anybody can give up. That's the easiest thing in the world to do, is to quit and give up. But when you believe in something, through hell, high water, and no water at all, and you stick with it, see, that's dedication. All right? Verse 21. Having a fool for a child is misery. Is no fun being a parent of adult. Oh, I'm reading 19 and 20 from the New King James Version. He who loves transgression loves strife, and he who exalts his gate seeks destruction. Verse 20. He who has a deceitful heart finds no good, and he who has a perverse tongue falls into evil. Okay? You can't fake good, man. No matter how much you might try to get out here and thank you, but you can't fake good. Verse 21 in the New King James Version. He who begets a scoffer does so to his sorrow, and the father of a fool has no joy. Verse 22. A cheerful disposition is good for your health. Gloom and doom leave you bone tired. A cheerful disposition is good for your health. Gloom and doom leave you bone tired. And have you ever noticed, man, you can go in a place and that person that has a cheerful disposition is contagious to everybody, not just the people they're serving, but to everybody. And right now, boy, I don't care what folk say, but the world is hungry for a feel-good story right now. I'm telling you, the world is hungry for a feel-good story. In the New King James Version, it says, a merry heart does good, like medicine, but a broken spirit dries the bone. And that broken spirit is nothing but negativity. That's all people see. When their spirit is broken, it's negativity. Okay? Verse 23. The wicked take bribes under the table. They show nothing but contempt for justice. Does that sound like anybody in our politics today? A, the wicked take bribes under the table. They show nothing but contempt for justice. Ain't they above the law? They don't think the law applies to them. We see a lot of that going on right now in our politics. Right now, we see a lot of that right now in our politics. In the New King James Version, it says, the wicked man accepts a bribe behind the back to pervert the ways of justice. Verse 24, the perceptive find wisdom in their own front yard. Fools look for it everywhere, but right let me read that again. The perceptive find wisdom in their own front yard. Fools look for it everywhere, but right here. It's right under their nose. And they looking for everything else. Okay, everywhere else. Um, verse 24. And see, and listen, listen to this right here. Wisdom is in the sight of him who has understanding, but the eyes of a fool are on the ends of the earth. See, see, and this is why I be kind of tell y'all, don't get caught up in the drama. All this stuff that they got going on, that's a distraction. The Diddy trial, all of this immigration, that's just a distraction. Man, you need to be paying attention to what they're doing and not be caught up in your emotions. Okay? Verse 25. A surely stupid child is sheer pain to a father, a bitter pill for a mother to swallow. A surely stupid child is sheer pain to the father, a bitter pill for a mother to swallow. In the New King James Version, it says, a foolish son is grief to his father and bitterness to her who bore him. Okay, what's going on, Edward? How you doing, man? All right, that's the impact your children can have on you. Verse 26. It's wrong to penalize good behavior or make good citizens pay for the crimes of others. It's um wow. That's a tough pill, especially when they wouldn't listen, you know. And see, and that's the sad part, that a lot of young people, the reality they got to deal with today is they wouldn't listen. And now that trouble is upon them, they want to yeah, yeah. Well, that's what happens, man. That's what happens. That's what happens. That's exactly what happens. Verse 27. The one who knows much says little. An understanding person remains calm. Okay. In the New King James Version, it says, he who has knowledge spares his word, and a man of understanding is of a calm spirit. You don't get emotional. Things don't, when other people are panicking, you can stand strong. Verse 28. Even deuces who keep quiet are thought to be wise. As long as they keep their mouths shut, they're smart. See, people gonna only know what you know when you start running this. That's how they know what you know. And if you never run this, people don't know what you know. They don't know what you know if you never open your mouth. Verse 28. Even a fool is counted wise when he holds his peace. When he shuts his lip, he's considered perceptive. Even a fool is counted wise when they shut their mouth. And sometimes that's what a lot of people have the problems that they have because they can't keep their mouth closed. Okay, so that's the end of chapter 17. Like I told y'all, man, if you read Proverbs on a consistent basis, you will um you will see your life. You will see people in your life. You will see your family, your children, your wife, your mother. You see all of that. Your husband, your girlfriend. You see all of them in Proverbs if you just take the time to read them. And you can do what you want to do, but now is the time to be getting yourself spiritually right. This is the time to be getting yourself spiritually right. Okay? Because when it hits the fan, and it will hit the fan, you want to have a place of refuge, and you need to prepare that place before the storm comes. Just like Noah building the ark. A lot of people was laughing when he was constructing the ark until the rain came, and now all of a sudden they want in, but he was foolish and crazy doing that, building it. And now that the rain is here, you know, they want in. He wasn't so foolish. So get away from the negativity, man. Get away from the confusion, from the drama. Get away from that stuff. That's just a distraction. It has no value. It's not going to bring any value to your life. Okay? Like I said, y'all are monetized. My page is monetized now. And I've been just in awe of some of the stuff that's going on in the world. Um, it's crazy. And it's about to get crazier. You ain't seen nothing yet. This is just a tip of the iceberg. It's gonna be a whole bunch of stuff that's gonna come out. Okay? Whole bunch of stuff. Like I was telling you about, this Diddy trial. Um, I mean, as tragic as it is, but It's not like this girl went out and married somebody that was different from the environment she said that was so abusive. She married somebody that used to watch her screwing this guy. She married somebody that was comfortable with what she's done, because any real man wouldn't put up with that. Okay, talk about he saved her life. No, dude, y'all complicit. You just went to somebody else that's safer. And now you done got a $20 million payout. You can live the life you want to live. But Diddy got daughters, and don't be surprised if somebody treat his daughters the same way. Don't be surprised. Because what goes around comes around. The seeds you sow, so shall you reap. And this is the thing a lot of people have taken for granted, that don't even exist no more. But it does. Okay. Y'all be safe out there. I see you later. Happy Saturday, everybody.